Hey, it's Rick. I'm back with another video for Scrappy Boy Stamps. Today we are going to be using the Moon Landing Stamp and Die set along with the Moon Landing Scene Builder dies, which is this die right here. It's actually a very fun die to use. We're going to be using that. And we are also going to be using the Moon Landing pattern paper as well, which is right there. I'm going to be using just one of the pieces of pattern paper from this pack, so it makes it super easy. All right, I've already stamped out my images onto some hammer mill cardstock, and I'm going to color them up with some Copic. So I'm going to start off with the little, I think it's a radar thing. I really don't know. On the little moon landing cart. We're going to start off with E99 in our Copics, and we're going to put that anywhere there was a shadow, might be, or anything that overlaps. I'm going to blend that out with YR27, and I'll just blend that out, and then I'll blend that with YR24. Remember, you're go over slightly the area you've just previously colored as well. I'll finish that blend out with the YR21. Now I'm going to come in with the YR27, and I'm going to do the little hubcaps of our little moon landing vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and do both of those at the same time. I'm going to blend that out with YR24. Close color combination to what we already previously did, but it's slightly different. And I'm going to blend that out with YR23 this time to give it a little bit more golden warmth. Now, for the little buggy itself, I'm going to come in with just some cool gray markers. I'm going to start off with C5 and do the little hubcaps, and anywhere there would be a shadow, like under the seat where he's sitting, on this little piece of round object up there that's part of the little radar thing. I really don't know what you call it again. So we'll add those in there, and just add just that C5 around here and there. And then I'm going to end up blending this out here with C3. I'm keeping this pretty light. Not a lot of, because from what I looked up, there's really not a lot of color besides the hubcaps and the little thing on the umbrella thing on the top. So that's what we're going to do. So we're blending that out with C3, and then I will blend that out here in just a second with some C1, but we're going to go ahead and do this little pole right here, all in one color. Now I'm going to pull in that C1 and blend all this together. It's super easy to blend. So we'll just blend that out right there, and I'll blend out his little seat and the rest of the his armrest. Now I did pull in C7 just to pull in, to color in this last little part of the little antenna. It's just the cord. I just did it in one color, and I'm about to use it anyway on his little inside of his little helmet. So we're going to color that in with C7, and then I'm going to also add that to the junctions of the space outfit, his astronaut suit, and I'll blend that out with C5 junctions. I don't know, little whatever those are. They're junctions, right? Isn't that right, y'all? All right, so anyway, let me know in the comments if you know what those are called. All right, I'm going to pull in a C9 right here to add just a little bit more depth on this part of the top part of his helmet where the glass would be connected. And then we're going to move on to coloring our little insignia back here. And I'm going to do C7, C9 for the space. I've just filled in those craters with C7. I'm going to come around and do I'm doing the space. I'm coming out around the edge with that C9. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, this is small. Those letters that's right there, I went around them the best I could, but I'm going to fill them in later with a white gel pen to make it easier. Gold would have been really pretty too, but I couldn't find my gold, so I just filled it in with white. So I'm going to come in now with that C7 and blend in the rest of that space part of the insignia. So we'll just blend that around, pull that out towards our eagle. And yes, I do know that's an eagle. I actually did look this up to see exactly what colors it was. Some of them were blue, some of them had it as black, so I just decided to go ahead and do black. We're going to fill in our little moon, what's little parts of that, with just our C5, C3, and C1, and a little bit of the 0, and then I'm going to pull in a E29, and I'm going to add in the darkest parts of my eagle. And I treated this just like the patch. I didn't really blend it. I just went right over it. And now I'm putting in that E27 to fill in the rest of that eagle. I am going to come in with a YR27 and do his little part of his beak and his little feet. You can't really see them. And then I pull in that YR23 to do the little thing he was holding. Now I'm going to color my little earth. I'm using B28 and 24 and G28 and G09 for the land. So we'll color that in. I'm going to come around with the YR27. Or, I'm sorry, it's E99 and then YR27 and then YR24 to outline, give this a gold look on the insignia. Now we're going to come back and we're going to color his little outfit up. We're going to start off with C5. I'm going to add in those shadows anywhere that his arms overlapping his body or the leg behind him is overlapping. That's going to be a little bit more in shadow than the rest of it. But remember, anytime you color white, because the spacesuits are pretty much white at this time, where you want to leave a lot of white space, but you got to put those shadows in. So we're using our cool grays all the way out to a C0 to blend this out to create the look of white on our little astronaut spacesuit. And he is just adorable. And this is just one of the cute little astronauts in this set. And being close to Huntsville and the Space and Rocket Center, this was perfect. And it had been a long time since I have looked at anything at the Space and Rocket Center to know how they looked. I actually remember seeing this stuff when I was a kid and we went to the Space and Rocket Center as a school trip. So I remember seeing all of the spacesuits, the moon landing rover, the moon landing ship, I guess is what you call it. I really don't remember now. It's been so long. It's been a long time since I was in school. But I remember seeing all of this stuff, and it really was cool to be able to color this up. Now, I did go ahead and just color his skin with just a fair skin tone. I'm coming back with that E29 and doing his hair and the darkest parts, and I'm going to blend that out with the E27. And I'm also going to blend that in with the E25 to finish that off, to color his hair. There's our E25. We'll just blend that right together. Now, off camera, I did add the blush on his cheeks. I forgot to do it on camera. We're going to color our little Saturn here, and I'm just using those same B markers I used before. And I'm just going to pull that out. That's B28 and B24. I started with that B28 and I went over it a couple times with that B24. Now, for our moon, we are going to come in with C25. I've already did a little bit of ink blending on the die cut itself. But now I'm going to add some details. So I'm coming in with the E25 from the side. I'm going to give it more of a center highlight. And anywhere like those craters, I'm going to add just a little bit more shadow to them. That's why you see me started mapping that out right already. But now I'm pulling that out with the C3. I started with the C5. I'm going to pull in the C1 and blend this out. I am going to darken it up a little bit in those shadow areas. Don't worry, it gets better as we go. I know it looks a hot mess right now, but we're going to really make it pop out right here. I'm coming in with the C7 and C5s to darken up my shadows because I really want those contrast in there to make them super, make it where it stands out a lot. So you want to really get those darks in there. I know it's scary, but just put them in there, y'all. So I'm blending that out with C5, and then I'll blend out with C3 as well, and then just blend it slightly with the C1. I really did that more off camera after I got done, but I am just adding just a little bit of those shadows. Now, some of them I'm going to do a little bit lighter than others. I only did the C5 and C3 because of where they were hitting. There was a little crater up there. I forgot to color him in. Now, see back here, we're going to use that C3 and C1 to do the shadows because those would be a little bit further away, so they're going to be a little bit lighter. Now, for our little space lander, moon lander, I really don't know what it's called, y'all. Moon landing. So, yeah, moon lander. I guess it's a moon lander. I'm just going to add a few little details with my markers. I did do a little bit ink blending to it to give it a little bit of color. I'm going to add those same colors that I've previously used and that match our little rover. So we'll just add a little bit of that on here. And just add just a little bit over here on this side over there. That was just that YR27. I'm going to just add a little bit of C9 to the feet of the landing gear of the moonlander. Oh, Lord of mercy, y'all. All right, I've got a top fold. I got a side. Well, normally it would be a top folding, but today it's just a regular A2 card base. And we are going to add our pattern paper from the Moon Landing Pattern Paper Pack, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I cut it the same size as our card front. So we are going to go ahead and add that. And we are going to start building our little moon scene up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add a piece of that same pattern paper to the inside of our card. It was just happy accident. It was the right size we needed for the inside. So we're just going to tap that right over to the right-hand side of our card. Now, I didn't realize that this pattern paper was covered in moons, not only with the stars. I was thinking it only had like one moon and the stars. I didn't realize it had like the half moons and all that. We're about to have some of these. We're going to do some creative covering is what we're going to call it. We're going to take our little moonlander and we're going to pop it right over here and over on this right hand side. And I will take in, I meant to put this down first, but no biggie. We're going to put it on the inside of our card. So not a big loss. Now for our little Saturn, I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the little planet itself, and I'm going to take the ring and slide over on top of it, and then I'm going to take and add a little liquid glue over there. I'm going to place my little moon rover where I think I want it to be, and then I can start gluing everything down. So I'm going to glue my little Earth down over one of those moons. I'm going to glue Saturn down over one of those little moons, so that we only have, I did just notice that there's one more moon, 2 more moons that I couldn't get covered, but that's okay. Now I'm going to add foam tape behind our little moon rover, and I will peel all these backings off. All right, we'll go ahead and finish pulling those backings off of our foam tape so that we can get our little moon landing on place. I did cut little slivers to go behind the little antenna stand and in anywhere that it needed just a little bit of lift, and it had this little piece there. So we'll just take and pop that down. Now our little insignia, I'm going to go ahead and go over the Apollo 11, and I'm just going to trace right over them with my gel pen. And I did have to go get a new gel pen. I realized halfway through right in here that it was about dead. So I had to go grab another one. We're going to switch gel pens here in just a second. I'm just going to go through anywhere on our lander where we switched, where the metal would join. I gave it some highlights because it would have a little bit of highlights in there because of all the different spaces. We're going to give him some little white eyeballs since I went over those. Yes, I accidentally colored over his little eyeball, so I had to go back and add in his little white of his eyes. We're going to add our little highlights here and there on our little lander. And normally this is not the point I'm going to do this, but I needed to add a little bit of highlights in there. So we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess hanging off of the bottom of our little rock mountain over there and our little moon mountain. I'm going to add the insignia right on the inside of the card. Make sure it's turned the right way. That way we have a nice decorative element on the inside of our card. And now we're going to pop this in our MISTI, and we are going to stamp our sentiment. And I chose the sentiment, Dream Big, Explore Bigger. So we are going to pop that on in our MISTI, and I'm going to ink that up with VersaFont Onyx Black ink because it's a nice dark pigment ink, and it will go right over all of our coloring pretty nicely. So there we go. We'll take and pull this out of our MISTI, and we're going to add just a little bit of glitter because it's space card, so we got to have something. So we're going to add some little stardust stickles on some parts and pieces of our little lander. We're going to add it on our little, the round parts of our little antennas. We'll call them antennas, okay? I mean, we're almost done with the card. Why not call them antennas? Come on, y'all. We're going to smooth out that glitter just on our little landing. I am going to add some to the little hubcaps. I added some to the steps of the moon lander, as well as our little hubcaps right there. Now, here is a closer look at my card. Here's a closer look at the card. And here's a look at the inside. If you like this video, you're probably going to like the one coming up right up there. I'll see you in that video. Bye, guys. Love you. Stay crafty.